Hello everybody, so today I'm going to be starting a series of a few short videos on 20th century energy, transportation, and communication, and really the shaping of our world. So let's get into it. Undoubtedly, this is the age of fossil fuels. Coal, oil, and natural gas see massive increases throughout the 20th century because you can use these for a ton of different things. We can generate electricity, it gives us heat. Oil, of course, I literally did a video on my channel about things that you can use oil for. Go watch it. You can see it because it is insane. I mean, just the fact that we can use it not only for gasoline, but plastics. I mean, if it was just those two things, it was ridiculous. But the list goes on and on and on. And production really of these goods skyrockets. I mean, we see coal consumption go up 700%. Oil is now the dominant energy source. And in the past 20 years, natural gas has been massively on the rise. And let's just look at some of our deposits here. So here are areas where we can see places either where we know there is natural gas or we think there is natural gas. And note a lot of the big industrial nations in the world, and look how much they have access to. Not surprising. Worldwide coal reserves, again, we see massive deposits in like the United States and in Russia, not much in Africa or South America, which of course, there is a reason I want to show you this because when we look at development, everything today is based on electricity, right? We all understand the need for electricity, and I'll be getting more into it. But most of our electricity tends to be from coal-fired power plants. Well, if we look here in Africa and look over here in South America, very, very little coal. So and see, look, Southeast Asia. So those areas struggle with electrification because of the lack of those resources, which then in turn makes it difficult to run a modern economy. So things that we have to understand. And then we have the nations that have oil, and this is the billions of barrels that they have. As you can see, Venezuela, huge amounts. Saudi Arabia, of course, the Middle East. I mean, look at the North Africa in the Middle East, right? Algeria, Libya, Egypt, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Syria and Turkey. So you can see this is where the bulk of the world's oil is, and then everybody else has some, with Venezuela, the nation technically with the most amount of oil on their own, despite the terrible situation that is going on down there today in 2020. Now, we also have changes in electrical power, okay? We have the development of fossil-fueled power stations that then are able to deliver things to regular consumers. A lot of this had to do with the discovery of alternating current, and that was basically done by two guys, Nikola Tesla and Otto Blatty. This is huge because alternating current really does allow for a better delivery of power. I am not a physicist, so a physicist can help you out a lot more with that. I just know that it's important. Plus, the development and building of things like transformers and better batteries do allow for, again, the delivery of more electrical power. And as a result, we get the creation of these electrical grids. You can look at the little diagram there that shows how electricity gets to where it gets to us at home. By the late 19th century, we're starting to develop these. This allows for large-scale distribution of electricity. By 2015, about 85% of the world has access to electricity. However, that is not always reliable. In places like Europe, Russia, the United States, and Japan, we're pretty much at 100%, excluding, unfortunately, people who are homeless. Whereas in China, North Africa, Latin America, they're getting closer, and certain areas of sub-Saharan Africa are not as regularly getting electricity. And of course, the importance of electricity is allows you to do just so much more stuff. And it has a tremendous impact. We are lighting up the world. There's a picture of Tokyo One of the main areas of Tokyo at night, I mean, look how bright it is. You can see those people and almost all their individual faces, and it's nighttime. What we have now in today's world is a 24-hour life cycle in that people can be active, particularly in the cities, due to electricity 24 hours a day. And we even have the creation of electric motors and batteries that allow us to have cars like the Teslas that you see there on the bottom. And so by using these fossil fuels to create a variety of different things, that swings us right into mass electrical power, and thus it is the main driver of so much of what we do today. And it's crucial to understand the importance of all those things that give us that consistent electrical power. And of course, though, that is what we're relying on. That's why protecting electrical grids is super important. I mean, we are dependent on it. It's not that we're reliant on it. We're dependent on it. You've probably had days where, God forbid, the Wi-Fi or the power goes out, and it's like we almost don't know what to do. Particularly in the deep summer or winter when it's really hot or really cold. Everything revolves around electricity, okay? All right, so that is the first step. Next, I'm going to get into transportation, and then we're going to get into communication. Okay, guys, so hopefully that helped you out for a little bit of things, and we will continue soon.